Welcome to Back the Broken Sword 5. This is part 8 of my
I
walkthrough.
think we just stepped off the London tourist trail.
I guess this Hobbs character doesn't like visitors.
Broken down area.
Not the kind of place you'd expect to find a restorer of old masters.
Unless you didn't want to attract attention.
He's attracted ours. Let's see what Mr. Hobbs knows about La Malediction.
And let's try and get a look inside that portfolio.
Looks like somewhere like Dirty Den
The
would
door was
stay.
locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Hobbs must have taken the portfolio inside.
Like Del Boy Trotter, only for wooden horses. With the whole van outside. Search this out.
The hood was definitely stuck. The large dumpster was full of garbage.
Need to find a way inside here. We'll investigate what's going on with this
It
portfolio.
was Hobbs's mailbox. There was a note hanging out. For a second, I debated the morality of mail snooping. It was a short debate, and I won.
Bio beans. Help me bright-eyed slim. Hello? Anyone there?
I don't think there's anyone home.
There's a light on upstairs.
There was definitely someone home.
Wow.
The mailbox was empty.
Tried the door.
I'd pounded that door until my hand hurt. We were going to have to find another way to attract Hobbs's attention.
I mean, the only thing I've got left is the car. Maybe I could get into the car itself. Might be to do something about it.
I tapped the nail clippers on the hood. Nothing happened. I decided to open the letter. Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated cultures. Interesting.
Well, that's some interesting stuff.
The letter advised Mr. Hobbs that no...
Alright, well, let's try the coin.
The coin wasn't going to open the hood.
No, okay. Let's see. Oh, my phone's not going to be any good. I don't have anything that could open the boot.
The paperclip wasn't tough enough to open the hood. The large dumpster was full of garbage.
Must be some way to... Oh, the drain pipe, actually. I wonder if the drain pipe's anything to do with it. Maybe I can climb the wall.
Climbing drain pipes was something I preferred to avoid. Climbing drain pipes...
Oh, obviously that's for some other scene, because it's not letting me actually do it.
That was never going to work.
There's a drain pipe there, and you can click on it, and it's a moving parts function.
I needed a better idea. The drain pipe...
It's on the van cab itself.
I decided to let the handbrake alone.
Well, that...
Slasha.
Well,
Not a sound. The horn wasn't working. I'd need the keys to start the engine.
Right, so I can't start the
I had no
ignition.
reason nor any desire to steal Hobbs's van.
I had no horn, so I can't use that. The radio is not lit.
I popped open the van's hood.
Ah, that's the van hood open. Can't see anything else I can use, really. Let's have a look inside here and see what we can do.
The engine was held together by rust and dirt.
That's quite a grimy
It was
engine.
covered in a sticky film of dirty black oil. Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was clear why the horn hadn't made a noise. Neither hornpipe was connected to either the battery or the cab. It was the van's engine. I didn't really have any reason to sabotage it.
Oh, so I need to connect the horn up, apparently. That's kind of the quest here.
A bundle of short, severed wires was connected to the battery. None of the wires were connected to anything. A bundle of wires.
Well, I need some way to hook the horn back up. I'm missing an integral parts to actually doing that. All I can do is view these things. I can't actually do anything. So what I need to do is look to see if I can find someone I can use maybe in this junk pile. I'll have a wee look about.
Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps of picture frames. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes. George Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Oh, awkward.
Of course, Inspector.
Good. You clearly know which side your cookie is buttered. Now, I require your presence tomorrow at the murder scene for a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say, high noon.
Sure.
Any failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered. Have a nice day now.
And you.
The Inspector Close was having an epileptic fit.
That was Nave. We're required back at the gallery tomorrow for a crime scene reconstruction.
Let me guess. Non-attendance is a criminal offense?
You got it. I had found just what I needed. 2 lengths of wire.
Right. Okay, so I've got some wires. Should be able to rewire the horn system, yeah? Got what I need at the junk pile.
The engine bay was a mess.
Right.
I used the wire to join the battery to the horn.
Right.
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
Okay. There we go. I should do it. Let's try the horn.
The van's hood was all... The horn wasn't working.
Still not working.
I
did everything right.
To start the engine. I had no reason nor any desire to steal Hobbs's van. I decided to... If only I'd hung out with the cool kids at school, I'd have learned how to hotwire a truck. That was...
I'm back in the bonnet and see if I can figure out this. I think I did everything right. Right. There's extra wire points.
I snipped the wire.
Ah, here we go. That means I've duplicated the wire
I
system.
connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
Really a big long wire.
There was already a wire. There was already a...
Right. Now I need a shorter wire to connect.
The wire was just long enough to connect the battery to the horn. Everything was wired up. The horn had power.
Ah, there we go. That powers the whole system. Now it should work.
I figured that should get Hobbs' attention.
I should wake him up.
All right, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to with my van?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now what are you doing in my yard?
Sorry to bother you again, Mr. Hobbs, but...
Oh wow.
Well, that could have gone better.
He's not exactly the friendliest of characters.
No, he's given me no choice, but I must harass him once again.
I decided to give it another blast.
For crying out loud, will you leave my van alone?
Sorry, just need a quick word, Mr. Hobbs.
Try this one.
Mr. Hobbs, do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
Yes.
Yes, you will answer a few questions?
Yes, I do mind. Clear?
Not really.
Good. Now get lost.
Wow, awkward.
This Hobbs...
There must be some angle we can use to talk our way inside.
I'd need the keys to start. I had no... I decided to give it another blast.
Right. I need to give him something that will make him want to talk to me.
You two again? What is it this time?
By the mail.
Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency. About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You better come up.
That helps. Let's stay at this place. This place was terrible. Can do a coat of paint.
About time you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? I don't have time for chit-chat. Just get undressed behind that screen.
Undressed?
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was freezing.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll just use that. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best Belle Epoque floozy. That's perfect. Just hold it there.
Nico made for a good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that portfolio.
Right, trying to get this portfolio. Let's see if I can swipe it under his nose.
Hi, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, sorry. I was just going to take a look at some of your pictures. You're very good.
I know, and that portfolio is private. I'm not paying you to gawp around my studio. Get your blooming clothes off.
Sorry.
Hey, I'm still drinking that.
See what else I can look at.
I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring. I didn't need to sit. It was time for action.
Well, there's certainly a few things in here to click on.
A variety of liquor bottles, all empty.
We must be a drinker then.
How about a top-up, Mr. Hobbs?
Thanks, but I've already got a glassful.
The stereo. Let's go and have a look at the stereo.
Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen one of those for years. The record had stopped. It was Jasmine Breeze by the Hairy Lobsters.
Wow, this music's pretty loud. It's pretty dodgy.
I turned the volume up a few notches.
Ouch.
I turned the volume down again. I turned the volume up a few notches. Hobbs seemed to have a thing for 70s psychedelic jams.
I'll try my best to talk over the music, because the music is pretty damn loud. I'll just raise my voice like this so you can hear me above the music.
It was a shaky old elevator that would once have lifted goods between the floors.
Hey! Leave that dial alone. The heating gobbles up all the power and the circuits can't take it.
Sorry. I turned the thermostat down again. I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring.
I don't know, we best to go upstairs and see what I can do upstairs. Because there's upstairs balcony here with stuff on it, so. I'll see what we can do here. We've got a wee switch here and a door.
It was locked. I wondered what was behind the door.
Must be something in that room. A lift. Well, that's nice. Oh.
Hey, stop meddling with that. The power's ropey enough as it is.
Blowing the power would certainly have distracted Hobbs, but the elevator alone wasn't going to trip the whole system.
Sounds like I need to trip the system with a light. So let's go and check behind the screen.
If it isn't George Stobart.
Lady Piermont. Oh my.
You're naked? Of course. As an artist's muse, one often finds oneself en pelotas. Now, George, don't be shy. Come here and give me a big hug.
Ouch.
That day was the day the nightmares had begun. Trapped, smothered, choking on lavender.
George, darling, pass me my robe. It's terribly cold in here.
Oi, what are you doing with a blooming robe on? God help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in here.
Lady Piermont and I had met before. She was larger than life, in every way.
Remember Lady Piermont from the early Broken Sword
Really
Adventures?
any more life-changing surprises, I decided against exploring behind the screen. Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey! I've told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, pal, I know it's brass monkeys in here, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it. Her Majesty will just have to get used to chapel hat pegs.
Lady Piermont, Mr. Hobbs won't let me turn up the heating.
Well, we'll soon see about that.
Oh, crumbs.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take the strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting George here turn up the heating.
Oh, go ahead then, but be careful. The power in here is temperamental.
I'd turned the thermostat up as far as it would go. I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage.
Let's see if I can try this lift now. This lift should be enough, hopefully, to trip the power itself. Not quite.
Oh, you! Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
The elevator on its own wasn't going to build the power.
Got Lady Piermont, see if you can help me.
Oh, you!
But first of all, we need to lower the lift down to the lower section
The elevator on its own
so she can get on it. Okay.
A word if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
Lady Piermont, we need your help.
How thrilling! What do you need? Subterfuge? Pleasure domain?
Actually, I just need you to step on that lift behind you.
Oh, but of course. Is this good, George, darling?
Perfect. Now, just stay right there.
Your intentions got the thermostat jammed right at the top. I've got the stereo blaring. Now, if I adjust the lift, it should be enough to kill the power and successfully distract Hobbs. Oh. Well, that's killed the power. Now, if I run back downstairs quickly enough, I should be able to look at this portfolio while he's fixing the fuse box.
Now is my chance.
He's a bit drunk, that guy. He's had too many whiskies.
It was one of Hobbs' sketches. More of Hobbs' sketches. Impressionist sketches. Well, it wasn't a Maledictio, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting, the Ouroboros.
That's actually...
There was something different about the image in the center.
It's a centerpiece.
I figured the sketch might come in handy, so I took it.
What the heck are you doing with those? They're private papers. Huh?
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private dick, George.
So, you're not models?
No, Mr. Hobbs.
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough. So what the blazes are you doing in my studio?
We're investigating the theft of a painting, La Malediccio, by the Spanish artist El Serp. One of these sketches is a study of that painting.
Well, sure, but what's that got to do with it? I'm a restorer, and I restored it. I've got naught to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Hang on a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. Le Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
But Plickens.
We're not accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbs. We just want to get to the bottom of this.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can, but this mess is way above my pay grade.
How come you needed to make so many sketches of the painting to restore it?
Restoration's not about throwing a load of paint around. It takes research. The Serp is a complicated painting. A lot of subtext, a lot of symbols.
Why would anyone want to steal La Malediccio? It's not exactly a famous painting.
True, but there is something special about it that's hard to describe. There's conviction in every brushstroke. Whoever El Serp was, he had a tale to tell. The symbolism is deeply religious.
We have reason to believe that Medovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Malediccio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Medovsky is not the real owner.
You'll have a hard time proving that.
True.
Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
Why didn't Medovsky mention it?
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them. Or had them.
And Henri is dead.
So ask his partner.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out hunky-dory.
But it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you, get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
Oh, you short Russ.
And we have a critic to interrogate.
Let's get going.
Someone's lying, but who?
Is it the gangster or the old Spaniard?
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Nave's reconstruction.
What about the evidence from Medovsky's house? Will you give it to Nave?
I think I should. And I can put the squeeze on Lane. Ask him about the provenance.
Good. I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is hotting up, and I want to make sure he keeps me on it.
Taxi?
Join us next time for more broken swords, more mystery, intrigue, and drama.